Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. So I want to be honest with you, this knife was in the same box as the one that had the new Snex, I think it was the Tyro, and I was way more interested initially in the Tyro because it had the new Super Lock. I took a glance at the picture with the paperwork on this, and I thought, I'll save that, I'll do it on different. But there are two elements that when I took a closer look at the box, I haven't opened this yet, I took a closer look at the paperwork and I took a closer look at the box and realized this is a little confusing. On one hand, it's got a really cool element, but on the other hand, I was a little confused by the price. So I'm hoping I'm either going to be very, very excited or very, very disappointed. So I'm going to do this with you guys and then open it up and see what we've got here. Thanks so much to We for sending this in. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. What do we have here? Let's first talk about the interesting element. Acuminal. I don't know. How do you pronounce that? I have no idea. Gray hand rub titanium handle. That sounds neat. Gray hand rub Vanax blade. Oh boy, Vanax. Now, that's great. Vanax is a very expensive composition. It's also an awesome user composition. I say this all the time. Not identical, but very, very similar to MagnaCut. It has absolutely outstanding corrosion resistance. Essentially, like it's all but rust proof. It's not rust proof, but it's got all the corrosion resistance you could want. It's also got pretty darn good edge retention, and it's got good toughness, right? It's just a friendly composition to use, and definitely very, very premium. Far more expensive than a lot of the super steels that we see on this stuff. It's also interesting to see that We Knives is working with Vanax. That's definitely not common. As expensive as it is, though, the price tag on this guy is way up there. There's only one thing at this point that could justify that price tag, and I'm really hoping that I find out that's the case, but I feel like that's not going to be the case. I want to get a good look at this first. Okay, we have what I expected because the picture is on the outside there. So a nice, simple, we do have that really nice hand rub satin finished elements, hand rub satin finish element here, which is really cool, and there's no hardware. This, I'm going to say unfortunately, there's nothing wrong with the build here. This is not an integral. The price on this is very high. God dang it, but that blade is freaking cool, man. All right, hold on. Let me gather my thoughts here. Dang it. I really like this. Crap. I have to criticize this for the price tag. I have to. I got sent this for free. It's in arguably one of my favorite blade steels of all time, and this is a really nice looking knife. All right. Let's cover what I do like. All right. That is an awesome finish for a blade. That's also an awesome blade shape. I love this flat. It just conjoins right here, and this is all swedge. I think that looks so good. I also love this on the frame. I also love the bold pivot. I love the fact that the edges of the pivot or the beveled areas are polished, and we have a polished blue subtle accent. That's so nice. A polished blue pivot color, right? I also like that they have the We logo anodized down here. Also subtle. There is no visible hardware. Nothing. That is very, very beautiful. We also have garage stops. I love that. You can see the stops here. Super nice. Wow. We have a nice backspacer. Very simple, but nice, effective. We have a really cool area for the lanyard, if you are a lanyard person. There is no position for the pocket clip on the front side. Now, that's a bummer for lefties, right? The idea with this is clearly no visible hardware, so it would have been nice to have a slotted option for the clip, but then again, you would still need to have a screw here. So there probably wasn't much of a choice in the way of accommodating for lefties outside of making an entirely left-handed version, which isn't a bad idea, but yeah, this does look good. I like the blue hardware. I don't know why we needed so many body screws, but then again, there's no visible body screws on the other side, so it's still under the line for what I consider to be minimal, right? Very cool all the way around, especially with that Van X blade. Let's get a measurement. I'm getting to that price tag. I'm getting to it. Overall length, 8. Oh, man. This is really cool. To the back of the handle, that is a 9-inch folder with a 4-inch blade. 3.85 inches of cutting edge. So that's what they cut. They got it at 9-inch, 8.98 inches with 3.98 inches of blade. Okay, let's weigh it. I bet there's pretty good. Is there no weight reduction? Oh, that there is. I'm sorry. I can see it in there. The action. So good. Oh, this is a clean, minimal look. This is very minimal. A lot of people would say, oh, you always say that you don't like minimal looks. I don't like it when they're lazy. This is anything but lazy. This is very designy, very clean. That's such a good looking knife. Really just like the quintessential titanium frame lock flipper. 4.4 ounces, not bad at all. Especially we got a 4-inch blade. Okay, this is a stupidly good looking knife. I wanted this to be an integral, and I thought there's a chance, but it's not. Why did I think it would be an integral? The MSRP on this knife is $440. The MSRP doesn't matter, so don't freak out. Don't go running around telling people that we's trying to charge $440 for this. They're charging a lot, but MSRP is just MSRP. What we're going to see on Blade HQ, according to this little piece of paper here, is $374. The only way that I feel like that's justified is if it's an integral, right? That would have been an outstanding deal if it was an integral. Honestly, with this build, $440 wouldn't have been insane. I still would have been like, eh. Why am I saying this? Why do I feel like I can say this? I'll tell you why. My design is a Van X integral. My design is also on the larger side, 8.5 inches. I'm not trying to compete. I'm just saying, hey, we managed to do that and DLC code it for a little over 400, right? And we managed to get our integral right at 400 with Van X. That's including Timascus parts and contouring and texturing. So, WE Knives, while you guys have done a really good job here lately of bringing the sauce when you go over $300, I don't think Van X alone, and admittedly the special finishes, I mean, those are really nice. Van X alone is not a reason to charge that much money. Van X is expensive. It definitely is, right? We got the Excalibur model as low as we possibly could, right? I mean, I still want to be paid for the project, sure, but we got that down to that price point. And then, again, I'm not trying to say we're better or anything. I'm just saying I have firsthand experience in this, literally, right? So I love the design. I love this. I think this is such a good-looking knife, and I've been such a fanboy of WE this year. Almost everything they've sent, right? WE Knives specifically has been incredible, and when they are delivering something that is not quite as spectacular, their prices seem to be back towards the $200 mark. When they're delivering something that's much more spectacular, they're at or over $300, which has felt pretty good. In some cases, this feels high. This feels like, why is it not $290, or $285? It's really nice. I do love that finish, and I know hand rubbed, right? So this is presumably, they mean that literally. Sorry, I'm congested. This is a big knife. I'm trying to give them points, credit where it's due. It's a big knife. It's a lot of Van X. This is a 4-inch blade. It's not a small Van X blade. It's got a gray hand rub satin finish, which is, I'm sorry, I keep saying satin. It's got a gray hand rub finish. Is that what it actually says? What does the box say? Hold on. Gray hand rub, titanium handle, gray hand rub, Van X blade. So it's nothing to do with satin. That word seems to always come after hand rub. So I'm just saying that my brain is just on autopilot. Hand rub finish there. Hand rub on the titanium. Really nice. Really nice. Titanium pocket clip. Really comfortable, definitely. Titanium backspacer. Beautiful. Beautiful knife. I think even at $300, I'd be like, I kind of get it, right? $374. Wow. Why? Why? Didn't you guys just do the Ator? You guys had the Dalibor Bergam Integral Ator. Now, that wasn't Vanax, it was 20 CV, but you had a pretty spectacular finish on the contoured integral frame. And if I'm not mistaken, that guy was right around the same price tag, the base version of it. It was like $380, wasn't it? Why are we charging so much money for this? I get it. Vanax is not cheap. You're not going to find Vanax cheap, right? You're not going to find Vanax on a budget knife. It's just not going to happen. But I don't understand. I want to celebrate this. I want to tell everybody that this is like the flipper of the year because it's so cool. That's such a good looking knife. Look at that. That's beautiful. I feel like, it's perfectly fine if you don't agree with me, but I feel like not a lot of people are going to argue with me here. This is a good looking knife, right? Look at those. That is so strikingly balanced. And man, the action feels great. That is, man, I love this. I really don't like that price tag though. God. I wanted this to be an integral so bad just so that price tag could be justified. If the MAP had come in at 300, I'd be over the moon right now. I'd be over the moon. So, not the biggest offense considering pricing. Not by a long shot, right? There are tons of other companies that are charging like silly clown prices for their stuff, right? But we typically is not super far over the line. This is just confusing. I'm going to carry and use this knife. I do like how it looks, and it's obviously constructed well. I don't think that price tag initially here unless there's some element about this knife that I'm not aware of, right? Boy, that's nice. Okay, I'll be back in a couple of weeks with a full review. In the meantime, I'll have this link down below. I think this is just like the SNEX releases on November 18th. I can't get all of these videos out at the same time, so this might be a day after or 2 days after, right? It's impossible for me to time everything right on the release date because I've got too much stuff to showcase. But I'll try to have this close. You guys can check it out if you want. Links in the description. Thanks so much to Wii for sending this in. Is this a designed in-house? Yeah, designer Wii knife. This is an in-house design. Super nice. Okay, that's going to be it. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like. So check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.